on Saturday, the news came through about West Ham United's Michail Antonio, Simon, having been involved in what was a serious car accident. And there was a sharp intake of breath, hoping that Michail would be all right. Now, of course, West Ham play tonight. Michail, not unsurprisingly, will be nowhere near this. In a car accident at the weekend, I'm told this morning he remains in a stable condition in hospital, receiving the full support of the NHS and the West Ham medical staff. Now, he has sustained serious damage to one of his legs, and it's thought is going to be a long-haul recovery, and it will be at least 12 months before it's known whether or not he'll play football again. I was told this morning that Michail is a fighter. He's in a very strong physical condition because he is a top-class footballer, and that may help him and come as a bit of an advantage when it comes to his recovery. But everybody here at talkSPORT sends their very best to Michail Antonio as he continues to recover from that car accident in hospital this morning. Certainly, it's a tough time for him, isn't it, Simon? He's going to have to get his mind on it, and it's going to be a long-haul recovery.
Well, I mean, I just imagine, but if you look at the state of the car, you know, part of him must be thinking that he's lucky to come out of it, you know, alive, given the state of it. And when I saw it, it reminded me of Chris Coleman. It reminded me of the situation with Chris Coleman when he had a similar accident when he was playing for Fulham. I mean, I'm hoping it doesn't go the same way for Michail that it went for Chris, because ultimately he couldn't come back from that, because I think he broke, did some very serious damage to his legs. But listen, it's a terrible situation. He's out alive, which is the most important thing, and we'll see where it goes next for him. You know, ultimately, if he can find his way back, he's probably got that presence and sense of character that he will find his way back. But it's going to be hard yards for him.
Yeah. Well, sincerely wish him well. It looked really bad, didn't it, when we saw the photos? You do feel he's lucky to be alive. He's played for West Ham with a distinction, hasn't he? 320 games, 80-something goals, nearly 10 years at the club, and he's one of those 34-year-olds. He's a very fit 34-year-old. And let's hope he gets a chance to get back to the pitch.
He's a lovely guy, Martin. Whenever I've been to a West Ham match, if I see him after the match, he's always around with a smile on his face, happy to help out, do his media obligations, as I say, with a smile on his face. But at the moment, it's heads down for him. So, Michail, if you're listening this morning, I don't know if you are, but obviously you'll hear from us in the fullness of time that we wish you well. He's in a stable condition in hospital, receiving the full support of the NHS and the West Ham medical staff. Sustained damage to one of his legs, long-haul recovery. It will be at least 12 months before it's known whether Michail Antonio can play football again.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.